Aztec Empire, early 1500s. At its center stands the capital, Tenochtitlan, a city of stone and water. Hundreds of thousands call it home. It's one of the largest and most advanced cities in the world. Just a few miles away, 3 CH-53E Super Stallion helicopters set down on the lakeshore. 2 unload 42 Marines with their gear. The third drops a pallet of supplies before all 3 lift away. Nothing else is coming. Their mission? Conquer the Aztec Empire. And just remember, this is purely a sandbox what-if scenario. We're not dealing with time travel problems, so the question is simple. Could 42 Marines actually pull it off? Or would the greatest empire in the Americas swallow them whole? Let's find out. On the ground, it's a standard Marine rifle platoon, 3 rifle squads and a small headquarters section. A few Marines who handle command, radios, and coordination. Each one hits the dirt carrying a modern rifle, either the M27 automatic rifle or the M4 carbine. On their vests, they've got about 7 magazines each, roughly 210 rounds per man. Add a few grenades, demolition charges, and 1 M240, a belt-fed medium machine gun that fires 7.62mm rounds at 600 per minute. The gun crew lands with 900 rounds. The pallet, though, gives them a little more breathing room, another 10,000 rifle rounds. About 2,000 more for the machine gun, extra explosives, satchel charges in C4 to collapse causeways or breach gates, claymore mines for perimeter defense, batteries for drones and night vision gear, medical supplies, and 10 days worth of food. It sounds like a lot of ammo until you see the size of the enemy. Waiting for them is the Aztec Empire. At its peak, it can mobilize 100,000 warriors into the field. They fight with makawati, wooden clubs with sharp obsidian blades embedded along its edges, along with spears, slings, and bows. Their armor is quilted cotton vests backed by wooden shields. Against modern rifles and machine guns, it looks hopeless. But numbers change the story. If the Marines are forced into one major battle after another, their ammo runs dry in just a few days. And once the bullets are gone, so is their power. The battlefield itself is both a gift and a curse. The city of Tenochtitlan sits on an island in Lake Texcoco. 3 stone causeways connect it to the mainland, each a broad roadway with removable wooden bridges. For a small, modern force, that's almost perfect. Narrow approaches where massive enemy numbers can be held back by just a handful of rifles. With explosives, the Marines could blow out sections of those causeways, stranding entire Aztec forces and forcing thousands into the water. But stepping inside the city is a different story. If the bridges are pulled or destroyed, there's no way out. The lake cuts them off like a moat. The canals slice the city into pieces, easy to ambush from. And the Aztecs know every path, every bridge, every corner better than anyone else. The Marines wouldn't stay a secret for long. Aztec scouts, runners on foot in canoes moving across the lake, would quickly spot them and track their movements. Word would spread fast. Within a day, the first real test arrives. Maybe 500 warriors sent to challenge these strange intruders and see what they're made of. The Marines prepare the only way they know how. They fortify their position at the entrance to a causeway, setting up the machine gun on its tripod and aiming rifles down the approach. The first charge comes. The M240 opens fire, firing about 600 rounds a minute. Rifles join in, dropping warriors with brutal efficiency. Obsidian blades smash against stone but go nowhere. In minutes, hundreds are down and the causeway is choked with fallen fighters. To the Aztecs, it feels like thunder itself has struck the battlefield. Their shields are useless. Their courage, meaningless. Survivors break and run. The ratio might be 50-1, but even this victory has a price. That single clash burns through 1,000 rounds of ammunition, and that was only day 1. The Marines know they can't simply shoot their way to victory. Even with perfect aim, the bullets will run out long before the warriors do. The only real path to victory is political. They need Moctezuma, the emperor of the Aztecs. If they can capture him and hold him hostage, the empire's control would start to fall apart. Tributary cities don't follow him out of love, but out of fear. If their emperor is in foreign hands, many would submit just to survive. There are 3 ways the Marines might pull it off. The first is a direct assault on the palace, fast, brutal, and costly in ammunition. The second is a stealth raid, using drones and night vision to move through the canals at night and drag Moctezuma from his chambers. The third is deception. Use gestures and gifts to stage what looks like a negotiation with the nobles, then seize them by surprise. If that works, everything changes. But if it fails, the Marines are finished. However, they still face another enemy: time. Logistics is the clock that never stops ticking. The pallet gives them about 10 days of food. After that, they'll have to live off Aztec stores: corn, beans, and chili from granaries across the city. Water isn't a problem with portable filters. Ammunition is the real timer. About 22,000 rounds sounds like a lot, but when thousands of warriors charge, it disappears fast. In a single day of serious fighting, they might burn through 3,000 to 4,000 rifle rounds, meaning only 5 or 6 heavy days are in the tank. If contact is lighter and controlled, they can stretch it into the second or even third week. Batteries for drones and night vision might last a few weeks. After that, the night advantage is gone. And once the technology fades, they're just men with rifles, surrounded by hundreds of thousands with swords and spears. The Aztecs won't just wait. By the end of the first week, word races across the empire. Tributary cities can rally tens of thousands in a month. By day 30, the Marines could be facing massed assaults from every direction around the lake. Picture it: tens of thousands advancing with drums pounding, banners flying. The Marines open fire, and the narrow approaches basically turn into deadly traps. Hundreds fall every minute. The pressure never stops. For every 1,000 cut down, another 1,000 steps forward. The machine gun crew keeps feeding belt after belt into the weapon, watching the ammo cans run down one by one. So how does it end? There are really only 3 possible outcomes. Best case is the fast conquest. Within the first week, the Marines launch a flawless raid. They capture Moctezuma alive and drag him out in front of his people. With the emperor in chains and modern firepower behind them, the tributary cities collapse in fear. 42 Marines bend an empire. Odds? Maybe 1 in 4. The most likely outcome is the Pyrrhic hold. The Marines fight their way into the palace, seize Moctezuma, and hold Tenochtitlan through fear. Harsh shows of force and constant pressure buy them more time, but every day costs ammunition. They might last a month, maybe 3. They're obeyed, but only while the bullets hold out. After that, they need a plan to stay in power. Call that a 50% chance. Worst case is failure. The Marines hesitate, miss their chance to take the emperor, and the Aztecs rally. By day 40, the rifles click empty. The final fight is chaos. Tens of thousands press in from every side. Marines swing bayonets and rifle stocks until they're dragged down into the canals. In this ending, they're remembered not as conquerors, but as strange demons who showed up with thunder, fought with terrifying power, and were wiped out just as quickly. 6 decisions decide everything. Do they storm the palace right away, or wait? Do they blow sections of the causeway early or keep them open for movement? Do they use their explosives to break through the palace gates, or save them for cutting off Aztec reinforcements? Do they rule through fear or gamble on diplomacy? Do they bet that tributary allies might switch sides, or assume they never will? Do they save every bullet or fire with full force early? Each choice shifts the odds. The wrong move on day 5 could doom them by day 30. So, can a Marine platoon conquer the Aztec Empire? The answer is maybe, but only on the thinnest edge. With perfect timing, a hostage emperor, and ruthless efficiency, they might scare the empire into giving up. But every battle eats away at their limited time, because ammo is life. And when it burns out, the empire probably swallows them whole. Most likely, 42 Marines carve themselves into legend not as rulers, but as fire-breathing demons. Obeyed for weeks, maybe months, and then gone. A story told for generations. That's for sure. And here's the next question. Could a Marine platoon conquer the Roman Empire? Watch the video on your screen now. Thanks.